Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong. I know.
What's going on, guys? We're back here in the garage again. We're going to be working on the EG one more time. For the one more time. All jokes aside, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be trying to figure out where we're getting an intake manifold leak from, because the car was doing some sort of surging. I plugged in the Hondata to see if it was idle air. Yes, it is unplugged. I unplugged it, and it's not the idle air. When you put your hand over the throttle body, the car still idles, and it actually idles really smoothly when you do it. So it could be a number of things. It could be the fact that I opened up the upper portion of the intake manifold to remove the butterfly system, or it could be my homemade EGR. Regardless, we're going to take it out. We're going to actually take the one that I have from the JDM motor, which is just a regular JDM H22. We're going to port it, and we're also going to add ourselves a set of RC 550s. We're also going to extend the plenum. We're going to add a couple of plenum spacers in the plenum to kind of give me a little more volume and height, and we're also going to add a larger throttle body. So that's what we're going to be doing with the EG today. As far as getting the car actually physically on the road, we are waiting for Dave to come through with the new Hondata V3 with the Bluetooth. And we're going to do a couple of things, digital dash with the tablet setup, and we're going to do a bunch of nice little cool things with it. So as of right now, we are at $1,200 spent on the entire build, but we're going to have to add $450 for the Hondata, and I think we will be pretty much done as far as like buying the major stuff goes. The only thing that we're going to need is to get ourselves a set of nice sticky tires, and I traded Miguel the OG wheel for the set of LS Webs. So Miguel will be taking these wheels off my hands right here, and he will be giving me the LS Webs, and then of course we're going to tackle the interior and the wiring. But everything works. Switch panel works nice. Car does start up nice. Everything works the way it should. The only thing that we do have to do is put on the alternator belt, and that will pretty much finish the installation. Then we can also get the battery to be able to charge. So yeah, let's get at it. All right, guys. So what we have here is the JDM H22 lower portion of the intake manifold. I also have both upper portions, and I also have both butterfly trays as well. As of right now, this one is still currently in the car, but we will be taking it out because we're going to regasket it. And also, what we're going to be doing is, one thing I like about this, the whole H22 HF stuff, is that the manifold comes apart, which gives you tons of room to be able to port, mix and match things, and pretty much open up all the runners, and have access to porting the runner all the way through, because you can obviously see the other end. I mean, it's just kind of something that I like to do, and since I can take this apart and do it, I might as well do it and get everything gasketed up all nice and tight. This way we won't have any issues with the leaking intake manifold situation. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to basically mark out where I want to cut my intake manifold at, and I'm going to basically cut it, and cut it as far as I can with the tools that I have, and kind of go from there. What you do is you kind of just cut the center portion out, and then you begin to port it yourself as you go. So I'm gonna get my my grinder out, and I'm gonna lock this thing down in the vise, and I'm gonna get the cutting. Look what we just got. Hondata. Here, we're just gonna put a swap in. There you go. That works right there. Yep, so went seen Dave, picked it up, he hooked it up. Everything is A-okay. It cost me altogether with the Hondata and installation was $420. They usually sell the units for $500, but they had a sale going on, so why not take advantage of getting the sale? And the sale also included the installation. There she is, fellas. Not Hondata, none of that bullshit. Straight Hondata V3. You see it, the whiteboard. Got the Bluetooth. Everything you need to make it happen. Real-time programming, onboard data logging, analog inputs, launch control, boost control, nitrous control, Hondata mobile, ethanol sensor inputs, and it's for D, B, F, and H engines. So we're gonna go over this and pretty much see what we have going on with the computer itself, and then we can plug it up and go from there. We're popping. All right, guys, so this is how far we got. Basically, the manifold begins like this from the top, and these runners run all the way down. So basically these two holes run all the way down to each cylinder, and there's a divider in between each one. What we're doing on this manifold, which is basically, this is the runner and these are the side pieces here, and we're just cutting into them, cutting all the pieces out so we can hollow this whole area out. Once we hollow the whole area out, we'll be able to do a stage 3 port job on it. I'm not going to do the 1, I'm not going to do the 2, we're going to just jump straight to the 3. We might as well, while we're getting in here and digging at it and doing what we're doing, we might as well just get at it and do the best we can do to clean this thing out, hollow it out, because I have a big surprise for you guys on what we're doing with this car. You're going to be shocked and amazed. I don't think there's any of them in my area that have what we're doing, and if there is one, I would like to know, because I haven't seen one yet. So we're going to finish up cutting these pieces out and get back to you when we're done. Alright guys, and this is where we got so far. Cut out the slats, wasn't that hard. All we used was the Sawzall, the grinder, and we just went to town basically on it. Now, be careful when you are doing this, because as you can see, we have a hole now. The reason why the hole is there is because on the back side, I went too far. I was attempting to duplicate the one that I seen online, and I just went a little too far on the top circumference. So there is a spot hole there. We could weld it up closed, we could JB weld it closed, we could put a vacuum line there. There's a bunch of things that we can do with it, so it's not going to kill us from that happening. Now, this does take a lot of time. Don't let this discourage you. You have to take your time. If you don't take your time with this thing, you're going to fuck it up. Point blank period. Modifications like this take time. Don't rush. If you feel like you're going to rush it and you can't do it, let someone else that does know how to do something like this do it, and pay them for their time properly, because this is definitely not something that is just going to be a 5-minute, 10-minute job. This takes a while. I've been working on this for about 3 hours just to cut out these pieces and get everything to kind of where I want it to be. Now I got to go in here with a Dremel and a sanding pad and kind of clean everything up, clean up all the sides, all the edges and everything like that. And pretty much after I do that, we're going to go to the other side. We're going to get ourselves a nice little intake manifold gasket, and we are going to go to town on these ports. We are going to freaking be able to put 3 fingers in this bad girl instead of 2. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And as you can see, I mean, this is pretty much as good as it gets as far as manifold modification on this, because it starts off with like ovaling the top, then it goes into cutting down the surface, and then it goes into cutting it all the way down to the runners. So I think cutting it all the way down to the runners is a stage 3, and that's what I'm basically gonna do. So I'm gonna clean up everything, and as you can see too, It's thicker here and it's thicker here, but it's thinner here. So you guys have to watch out for this. We're gonna take care of it though. That's not a big deal. I did speak to Robbie. If you guys don't know who Robbie is, he's one of Damien's friends from the Damien Montanez YouTube channel, and he's a fabricator, and he's going to make a top hat for this intake manifold that's going to basically make our throttle body. Let me grab one with a throttle body. Instead of our throttle body sitting this way like this, it's going to make our throttle body sit upright in front, you know, front facing. So something I always wanted to do. I'm pretty sure it's going to be, you know, good for power gains as far as like when you're driving the car. So yeah, we're going to do that, but for now we're going to finish up this manifold, and that will be pretty much it for today. So after I finish this manifold, I will throw in a couple of clips of how it came out and how it looks. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your boys, tell your mama. I don't care who you tell. Just let them know what we're doing, and if they're interested, come on down and watch us, because things like this are coming very soon. So until then, see you guys next time.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking, but you